Mortal Kombat 1 is completely taking over. To open up, they give us the Scorpion 1995 skin completely free. They announce and give a full trailer to their DLC story expansion, which is Chaos Reigns. They announced the Combat Pack 2, and in that Combat Pack 2, you got Cyrax Sector, Noob, Conan, T-1000, and you also got one of my personal faves, Ghostface. Now we got Ultimate MK3 skins. We got 95 skins for the ninjas. Oh man, I cannot wait to see what they do with gameplay moving forward. Y'all gotta let me know who's your favorite character on that list right now. And you best believe I'm pre-ordering. They announced at Comic-Con tons of things, starting in opening with the Mortal Kombat 1995 movie Scorpion skin, which is OG fans like us, we love this, and it's completely free. We know that Mortal Kombat is not always known for giving us skins for free. If anything, there was a huge debacle for them charging too much for fatalities and skins, etc. So they open up with that, then they go in hot. They start announcing the brand new DLC expansion, which involves like the story, Combat Pack 2, Year 2 content, and man, it was insane. On top of animalities, all this stuff, and just know that recently we just got Takeda Farah, then we got Ultimate MK3 skins, and now we got the complete set of 95 skins from the movie, which is Scorpion, Sub-Zero, and Reptile. And then going into the Ultimate MK3, you have like Ermac, Smoke, you have the Sub-Zero one, and you have the Scorpion one, and the who else is there? Is it? I know. Oh, Rain. Rain is the one that I was talking about. So then now you see the full trailer of the story, what's going down, titled Chaos Reigns. Then after that, we get the Combat Pack 2, which breaks down Cyrax and Sector, which are gender swap now. They are females in this multiverses outlook, whatever story that Mortal Kombat wants to do. And it's pretty cool. In my opinion, it's giving like Samus vibes, so I enjoy that. Also, I feel that we still need more female characters in Mortal Kombat. A female guest character would be pretty dope. But for right now, I still enjoy this so much, so it's actually pretty cool. And also, when they announced this Combat Pack, you got Ghostface being one of the best guest characters in my opinion. Conan, which you're going to see Arnold again. Then you got T-1000. So that's pretty cool. Then you got Cyrax Sector and Noob. A lot of people are going to be loving that and enjoying that, including myself. They also announced the pre-order. They announced the pre-order, and so therefore they did that, and that's also pretty cool. So you can now pre-order that bundle. So if you did the Combat Pack 1 and all that, like what I did, I'm going to be doing the same thing with this, essentially. Now, I feel that Mortal Kombat is taking over because they are taking more of that Call of Duty approach, to where they do have tons of flaws. They're not a perfect game, but they're still always down for the biggest crossovers there can be, because there's huge crossovers. There's tons of big names, and if anything, what Mortal Kombat fans don't, I know it's not a perfect game, but what Mortal Kombat fans don't do as well, and I myself have been victim of this, is that we get so many characters on rotation. I think it's one per month, right, or something like that. And you know, there's games like Tekken that barely got their second DLC, you know, so, and Street Fighter slowly rolls those out also. So if anything, Mortal Kombat 1 gives the most characters, so it's only right that they give a lot of DLC, a lot of guest characters again. I know everybody was kind of mad about like 3 guest characters and 3 actual characters, but I mean, and then we get cameos now. Tons of stuff. So I think Year 2, what I really want to touch base on Mortal Kombat being like the Call of Duty of fighting games, because although it has a lot of toxicity at times, there's still a huge fan base that's a cult that just loves the brand in totality. I myself, announcing the animality also transitions to like, I think Mortal Kombat is looking to get more into the darker side of things. When they announce the Combat Pack, you can see it's a little bit more dark lit. The story looks a little bit darker now, the expansion at least. It seems like they're going to try to transition to a darker route, which looks a lot better. Again, when we thought Mortal Kombat 1, we were hoping for these darker type routes, because we know MK11's like that, MKX is like that, MK9 is kind of half and half. But we never really got that actual darker approach to Mortal Kombat, at least in Mortal Kombat 1 so far for the whole first year. So I think that they're transitioning now, because when you see that combat pack announcement, you can see that it's really dark when they show the characters. So I hope that the story gets a lot more darker so that we can get back into what we really love in Mortal Kombat 1 most. Now, all of this content is incredible. It's great because we have the Ultimate skins, we have the Classic skins. Takeda Farah just literally dropped a few days ago. Then we get these bombs at Comic-Con. I knew there was going to be surprises. I didn't know it was going to be that much. But it all concludes to, are we going to get the gameplay that follows up with it? Now, I do notice that there has been a lot of things, right? I know everybody knows from all the patch notes and everything. The game has essentially sped up since, like, maybe Ermac. When Ermac dropped onward, there has been additional moves, certain strings of new players. And that has helped the game move forward in totality, which is great. I hope they continuously do that, maybe at even a little bit of a faster pace in terms of releasing like patch notes and stuff, because that's going to be fun for gameplay. At the end of the day, we could have all this content, but if the mechanics of the game, if the fundamentals of the game, the foundation of the game just doesn't feel as smooth, and some things continue to be clunky, it's not going to really adhere to the casuals that we really like. So I think this darker approach really does help. Characters like Ghostface and all that is going to help for a mainstream audience massively. I'm excited because Mortal Kombat, it's something that they are executing now and capitalizing at the highest level, which I feel, because when you play these games, it is therefore you have to delve into everything when it comes to the story. Now, what's canon, what's not canon, what belongs and what's not belonging anymore. And therefore, this reboot, when it first dropped, I feel, in my opinion, that a lot of people really were hoping for this kind of esque, at least this appealed to a certain extent. At the end of the day, we do have to make new stories and stuff, but sometimes it could be so much of a lazier approach, kind of like the way Marvel treats their multiverses aspect. It could be a lazier approach when you have like multiverses involved, time travel involved and all that. But I think what they're doing is really cool, giving different dimensions to characters, building arcs, because in the good side and the positive side of things, like Reptile, Baraka, other people have gotten huge inclines, huge character arcs to where we could be invested and involved with the story a lot more. In my opinion, Mortal Kombat 1 story mode is still better than the head honchos of fighting games, which is Street Fighter 6, which didn't really have a linear story aside from Arcade and World Tour. And it's better than Tekken 8. And I actually like the Tekken 8 gameplay right now better than Mortal Kombat 1. But story mode, I feel like, in graphics and everything and how the characters look, I feel I like that approach better with Mortal Kombat 1, how lean they are and how great they look and how like more humanized approaches they're trying to take and just everything. I feel that the character arcs and the development are really good. So bringing in this new story mode, I feel is going to really get me invested in terms of what I want to be intrigued in. It seems like they're really pushing that the Chaos Reigns, so which is Havoc. I want to see how that really comes through. Is he going to be like a Shao Kahn terror type approach? I like how they did make him far more ferocious. I know like the Havoc we do see right now on current roster, maybe they do give him massive buffs and everything like that. Shang Tsung, I hope, gets a lot more buffs. I want to see a lot of the villains really get out there. The noob was really dope. When you're watching this trailer, man, the noob aspect was really cool. How he really signifies and says like that he was behind, but he's just been taken to another level. Like he's been helped, he's been saved. And I really like that so much. The whole trailer was really good. And then when you see Cyrix and Sector also, I believe that these characters really reignited can help with multitudes of the gameplay and just who we want to do. Because sometimes I still don't really have a main. I know I play like Scorpion, Li Mei at times. But I'm just excited for all these new characters, man. I love the way Takeda came out. I thought he's a great player. I feel that there's still some things I need to be learning with him also, but just overall, it has been so damn cool. And Mortal Kombat is great at this, and I don't want them to really give us things and then just kind of ditch it a little bit and just be like, you know what, see you later, peace out, without doing some things. I really want this game to continuously grow, because what was really sad about the lower numbers of Evo, at least at the competitive level for Mortal Kombat, was that Evo was at its lowest, and that was the first time. Hopefully they took note of that and were like, damn, we just got to keep giving back. But for casuals, this game is still vastly loved. And that's what we always appreciated about Mortal Kombat, was things like this. characters that can possibly really fit in with who can get really gory. And then also giving us what we really love most in the skins, the palettes, and all that stuff. We needed more content at the end of the day. I don't know how they'll do this. So they didn't drip feed any of the Ultimate MK3 stuff and the 1995 movie skins. So I hope they don't go too slow and drip feeding a lot of other stuff, because we need more things to be made up for the Invasions game mode. I'm glad they made animalities to give us something else to do, possibly maybe more brutalities or maybe additional strings. I have been enjoying Li Mei's additional string, Scorpion's additional strings. I still enjoy Chameleon cameo gameplay, so cameos like that are really, really cool. And so therefore, Mortal Kombat back at it again, giving us everything that we would want, at least from the first approach, right? While looking at it, I'm like, damn, this is what I signed up for when I want to play Mortal Kombat. When I thought Mortal Kombat 1, especially a reboot, I still feel like we're getting Mortal Kombat 11.5, especially the ending of Mortal Kombat 1. Spoiler alert, if you haven't played the whole story of Mortal Kombat, well, I'm sorry. But at least for the ending of Mortal Kombat 1, it just felt like I was looking at Mortal Kombat 11.5, or you might as well just call it Mortal Kombat 12. So I hope this DLC expansion, kind of like similarly what they did with MK11 Aftermath. I wasn't a huge fan of MK11, especially gameplay, but I cannot deny that those content that they were giving, I wish they had that type of content in Mortal Kombat 1. That would have definitely taken Mortal Kombat to a whole nother level this year. If they had Mortal Kombat 11 type content into this game, and it looks like they want to slowly reel that in. Again, when I was mentioning, they did have that dark approach. So having that dark approach reminds me of remnants of like MKX and MK11. You want the game to be darker again, but kind of have like an appeal and aesthetic. So that's why I always say MK9 is my GOAT, because gameplay, aesthetics, the actual real approach to guest characters, Kratos and Freddy Krueger, and then just giving us all the classics that we love reignited again. Now we have all the classics back in there. We got some gameplay a little bit more evolved. It looks like they're taking somewhat of a aesthetic approach while remaining dark and colorful. While I feel this past year of Mortal Kombat 1 was kind of too colorful, too bright, too like, yeah, it's a fresh day. Versus now, it looks like it's darker. The chaos reigns. It looks like Havoc, Titan Havoc, with all these other mixture of characters. Who knows what we're going to see in the story. Noob coming back. Ghostface. Those are darker like enemies and rivals to really go against. So I think they are tapping into this Ultimate MK. And then you also see all the Ultimate MK3 nods for all this stuff. So I hope they can do this. And one last thing I really hope that they can do moving forward is doing what Tekken and Street Fighter 6 has done, which is give us the damn jukeboxes. Mortal Kombat, please give us the Ultimate MK3 jukebox. Just let us play those tracks while we're fighting. That would be so hard. Or give us some badass stages from the classics. Like, we got to go a little bit more into bringing back what Mortal Kombat was. I understand it doesn't happen overnight, but hopefully they see the feedback on what everybody's doing and how excited everybody is, how much pre-orders they get, because MK1 at the end of the day, or Mortal Kombat in totality, is going to sell units, copies, content, DLC, whatever it may be, just due to name alone. And because we know how great this game can be and how shithole it can be, but we still support it anyway. If we can support kind of MK11 and MK1 up until this point, imagine if they give us what we really want. Do you know how the support will go through the roof? The viewership will be back. Casuals will go through the roof. And we'll just be having a damn good time, man. So y'all got to be letting me know what's up, man. Mortal Kombat 1 back again. Trying to really regain what was kind of lost. I wouldn't say lost in totality, but the competitive numbers are low. The casual viewership is still pretty high, but the people playing is not as much. Let's bring it all back up. We know what Mortal Kombat can be, so hopefully we get exactly. I am excited. Y'all let me know what y'all excited about. I appreciate y'all. Peace.